I don't know. Do you want to go in this one by one, or do you want to just?
How about if we have common things like you said books?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with books, and then mine's not too crazy. For that was actually my smallest section. I gotta really like look at like a system for it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But basically like what I would like to read at least 6 books a year. And then I
Okay.
broke it down into subcategories, which would be pretty much like all right, well if I want 6 books a year, that means I need to read half a book a month,
Yep.
and then from there I'd be like, all right, I need to read 1/8 of the book a week. I'm just breaking it down to the small, pretty much milestones.
So that way you can.
And then I can try to do it on a daily day basis where I can figure out, or a week to week, how many pages I need to in order to finish the book and how to reach that goal, that milestone.
And that's just a per book type.
Yep.
You find out that number when you
Yeah.
pick which book and how many pages are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I like that. I mean, I definitely think that would be somewhere. Something for me as well is to get like the 6 books a year for sure. Because I know there's some times of the year where I'm busier than others. So reading
Right.
like realistically, I would love to be able to read a book a month, but I know with a bunch of, different times in the season, especially landscaping and stuff, there can be a lot of times where it's like, I don't have the time to read a full book every single month. I mean,
Right.
poor excuse, but at the same time, I would say anywhere between like the 6 to 12 would be like perfect.
Yeah. I started out with 12 and I was like, let me think about this.
You gotta think about, okay, I gotta.
let me start a little smaller because I have like 6 sections here. I don't know if I can be able to. That's gonna be tough.
Plus, I'm a slow reader, so it doesn't help me. I read at the 3rd grade level, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. At least you're. I think the most important thing with any goals in particular is like it's the whole verb aspect, like the legit the action behind it, instead of like thinking so much behind it and just being caught on like, oh yeah, when if I do this, when I do that. It's always about that pretty much the 1%. And there's also another rule that I think I mentioned before, which pretty much goes pretty well with like the 1% rule. It's called the 2-minute rule. So essentially, if you wanna, that's the get you acclimated to doing more things with verbs, like the action part of whatever goal you're trying to do. So like, oh yeah, if the thing's reading books, then be like, you can do the 1% rule, like which could be like a word for you or whatever. That could be that 1% overall for like finishing the book.
Yeah.
Or you can do it's called a 2-minute rule. Like you legit put a 2-minute timer, start reading for 2 minutes, and then you can stop. And that's like essentially your 1%, or it could also be like a 2-minute rule. It just helps you get inclined to like building a habit.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the building habits thing. I'm putting that on my goal list for this coming year.
Yep.
Building habits is like one thing I know I really need to work on and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I like that. But I understand the 1%. If you can just if you read 2 minutes yesterday and you can read 3 minutes the next day, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, the 2-minute rule is pretty clean, man. Like when you think about it, like because it legit. If you're reading a book, are you gonna stop at 2 minutes?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just that little push.
You need to tell yourself, yeah, I'll read for 2 minutes, but you're already not gonna read for 2 minutes. You're gonna read way more than that.
Yeah.
So,
but it's really behind like the whole habit behind it. That's like the main gist of like the 2-minute rule.
Yep.
But yeah. So that's it for like the books kind of area. That's all I have really.
Yeah. No, I agree with those completely, honestly, and that's kind of where I'd be at. And doing the podcast and knowing that our podcast can kind of relate to a lot of the books that we're reading, I think it's good that we're both on the same page with that. Anyways.
Yep.
So.
Hell yeah.
I like that.
All right. So why don't we talk about the YouTube next, man? Why don't we just get into that? Okay. So I got a few goals for the YouTube. It's a really short, little list, but I want to be able to get 1K subs for the channel. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much after that, that's pretty much when we can monetize things.
Yeah.
There's like a little checklist you need in order to be able to monetize, and pretty much you need 1,000 subs. And you need like 4,000 viewed hours and I want to say a year, in a year-to-year kind of scenario. So I figured like some ways to be able to get there is to post at least 100 videos. Like I think within a year or two, I think that'd be a good, because that'd be pretty much like a video a week.
Yep.
That'll take about 2 years to get 100 videos. But also we can obviously do like the whole like subcategory ones too, like we've been doing.
Yep.
So I think it's gonna be great, man. So I'm not looking for this to blow up in like a year or like months.
Yep.
I know this could take possibly 2 years, and I'm okay with that because in reality, like the thing behind like us meeting every week is, for one, we're reading because like we're accountability partners. We're like, oh shit, like I gotta read because I gotta bring notes or I gotta bring some content for us to
Yep.
record.
Yep.
Plus, we get to discuss it, and it's just a win-win, you know.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Couple things on my end for the YouTube stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The 1K subs, definitely I agree on that. I didn't really come up with like a number to like what I was looking for us to be at
Mm-hmm.
in a year, but more in the sense of like making sure we have like a things scheduled out properly,
Yep.
to make sure kind of we can both stay on the same page about everything. As far as like how exactly we're going to schedule everything, like because we're still in the
Right.
phases of
Oh
like
yeah.
figuring out like, oh, let's try this week or let's try that this week,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
fun, but like I just want to get to be able to figure out that
Right.
what's our, and right now I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
our
yeah.
setup today is really good because we got the 2 mics now and stuff like that, but just kind of figuring out that stuff.
Yeah.
I want to definitely get more into understanding the editing of the videos and stuff
Yep,
like
yep,
that,
yep.
and give more of a try at that and see if I can really help with getting stuff out there.
Okay.
So
Cool.
that's definitely one of, and we've already talked about that. So that's
Yeah.
one thing for me. Um, over like the subscriber count and everything like that, really just being more a part of the whole editing process in the videos.
Right.
That's definitely a goal of mine to get
Oh, yeah.
to get better with. Um,
I like it, man. We're definitely like, since we are accountability partners, like I feel like that's perfect because I could definitely show you like how my style, and then
Yep.
you can pick how, you know, it can work with your style or like, you know, just it's always comes down to like a system. But like you said, like it'll be good once we structure it a little more of like this day is gonna be like for this day.
yeah, and like this will be our posting schedule. And
Right, right.
this is how like we've been discussing on like I'll bring the hard drive to you on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
date
yeah.
so you can edit it that day to get the post
Yeah.
this day, and it's like once we can get all that structured, I think the rest of it will be like smooth sailing as far as like making sure we get out good content and good edits and good videos and stuff
agree.
like that. I think it's just all the little behind the scenes things that we still just need to structure properly.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Once we do the rework, I think we're gonna be like phenomenal. Cause yeah, like you said with the whole bring the hard drive,
Yeah.
like so each him and I, we have different roles and stuff in the whole YouTube content. You know, this is our channel, and you know, we're just trying to figure out a good flow. Cause it's like I didn't think about this, so like I was like, oh yeah, you do the videos, like you do I call it cutting out the fat, like all like the. Because right now we don't have a fluent like super like
Yeah, we're not recording for 30 minutes, and it's just took us 30 minutes.
Right,
It's
right.
taking us about an hour at least.
At least. But so with that said, I'm like, yo, just trim the fat and then like give me the video and then I'll make shorts and cuts out of those and then I'll work on the thumbnails and
And
stuff
the
like
audio,
that.
because that's your thing.
And then I was like, damn. I was like, and we used to say like on like Wednesday we record. And then I'm like, all right, I want to put the post out by like Sunday. Then I'm like, I'm not gonna see him until like next Wednesday. I'm like,
Yeah.
how am I gonna get the hard drive from him? I'm like,
Yeah.
ah.
It's just like adding those little extra steps of, oh, I gotta drop this off or I gotta pick that up type
Right.
of thing. So it's like we're just figuring out the structuring for that, and once we do,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, sky's the limit at that point.
Keep on rolling.
And then we can figure out. I think it's gonna take getting that situation figured out to be able to get the posting
Yep.
timelines figured out.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited for that,
I'm excited as well.
and I think the 100 videos thing, definitely want to get 100 videos.
Yep.
Whether it's in this year or the next two years, like you said.
Yep.
Sounds like a good time to me. I mean, I told you like I don't expect anything to come of this for at least like 10 years, like most YouTubers say. So I purely like to just record this for my own personal self.
For sure.
And just rewatching it back and kind of picking up, like, it's nice because we talk about the books. So it's like instead of rereading a book, sometimes I could just come back next year and rewatch some of our videos and get a better understanding of like what we read and stuff. Kind of just give your mind a refresher.
Yeah, man. I agree. I love the whole refresher thing with that too. Like I love doing this because legit like it's just that in order to memorize something like it requires like a lot of just repetitive, like repeating or like revisualizing or re-seeing what you read and whatnot.
Yep.
Like a lot of people think when you study and stuff for a test, like when you're in high school and stuff, they're like, oh yeah, cram the night before. That's not the way to do it for
No,
memorization.
that never
It's
helps.
legit. If you do take a little bit every week, try to memorize that fact or that question. You do it like 1, 2, 3, 4, like
Yep.
3, 4 times, and then that's how you get the memorization, that repetitiveness.
Yep.
It's not the let me cram the night before, so therefore
All
it's
stuck.
in my brain, in the front end of my brain. Like,
Yeah,
nah, that's not
no,
what
it
it is.
does not at all.
It's
I don't
legit.
believe that at
Yeah.
all.
So it's all about repetition. It's all about repetition.
Yep.
What else did you have for goals?
I have a workout goal.
Oh, dude. Oh, I gotta put that in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Just made me think about it. So I'm getting married next year.
Yes, sir.
So I need to get in a little bit better of shape for this wedding and just for my overall health and stuff like that.
Right.
So I mean, back in November, I was doing the sober November.
Yep.
And we were doing like me and Olivia were doing like 30 minutes a day of working out. So I would like to start by building the habit by like the 1% thing.
Yep.
I'd like to get back to just working out for 30 minutes a day, or at least start off with just getting 100 push-ups done and 100 sit-ups done a day to build the habit, and then work my way up to working out for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
And stuff like that. And hopefully I can stay at a consistent like working out for an hour a day and just be able to be much healthier and just have honestly health at that point.
I like it, man. Do you think you can still get a what exactly are you trying to achieve? Just like muscle endurance, or are you just trying to like become more fit? What is your actual goal?
I just want to be more fit.
Okay.
I've seen myself in the mirror lately, and
Yeah.
I know my eating habits aren't the best, so it's like I
Yep.
would really like to just be more fit. And like you go to the beach, you take your shirt off. I want to feel comfortable when I go to the beach and take my shirt off and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Not that I need a 6-pack of abs, but I
Right,
also
right,
don't want to have like shit hanging over either.
Yep.
Over
got
my
it.
bathing suit. So it's like,
Yeah. So you said you want to get to at least 1 hour?
yeah. By the
Okay.
end of 2024, I feel like working out an hour every single day, or like at least get 4 good days in a week,
Mhm.
and then just try to do like, at least 100 push-ups on the other days.
Gotcha.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
I
Something
like
that.
it, man. Yeah, I think if you put those into even what if you did it like a little bit differently? So say you said you want to do like pretty much 4 hours a week around there, right?
Yeah.
What if you put that into like different things instead of like 4 days? What if you did like a shorter one so you can spend more time doing something else?
Yeah.
Like maybe 30 minutes, 3 and 7, 21. Yeah, like yeah. Shit.
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't know, but whether it's 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7
Mm-hmm.
days, I understand that there's got to be a day where I'm not going to work out, like just a day of rest.
Yeah.
But I just got to figure out like what my routine's going to be. But I definitely want to have like a good routine with working out. I just want
Yeah,
to be part
okay.
of one of the habits, daily habits, 2 times a week habits, whatever it's got to be.
Got it.
Whatever just gets me in shape, whatever gets me going, and working out is good for you. There's nothing bad about it. So
Yeah, I agree. That kind of brings it that kind of brings up that thing I talked about before, like the whole discomfort.
yep.
I'm starting to like really like discomfort because like I'm like I gotta get out of this uncomfortable scenario. Either that or it's legit something that like I don't want to do, and if I do it, I'm like, yo, that's almost like the 1% like kind of thing.
Mhm.
And also I feel like that helps with my whole not determination, but it helps with like
It helps you grow.
yeah.
I've always heard it's the worst thing that could happen to you is you being comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, I'm starting to like that, man. So I definitely like every day. I'm always like, I gotta do at least one thing that I just don't feel like doing today. Like,
Mhm.
oh shit, like I really don't want to like work on my checklist today, or I've been spending too much time on my phone. Like, go get your ass and read. Like, go ahead and
Yep.
do something. I'm
Yep.
like, all right, it's that time. I gotta. And I like it though, because I'm like, damn, that really like I'm a lot closer to like my goal now.
Yeah.
Legit. And I'm like, I feel
Just that
pretty
little
good. Like
Yeah, I like that. Just getting that little bit in.
that little push. Little.
I want to add something to my kind of what you said, but also kind of to my goal list
Yep.
in a sense is like knowing that you just need to do, like you said, that 1% day by day
Right.
is still an improvement. You don't need to move a village in a day or move
Right.
a house in a day. You just need to at least pack a couple boxes.
That's it, man. Right.
And if you pack a box a day, you're getting something done. You're moving yourself closer to what your future is going to be. Like you
Mhm.
think 10 to 15 years from now, and I like to think about that stuff too. But I also feel like part of me is like, okay, you need to pack up this whole house, move it today,
Yeah.
get it all
Yeah.
there, get it all set up in the next house, and be done in one
Yep.
day or 2
Yep.
days or whatever it is.
Right.
Like I'm bad at looking at timelines and stuff like that.
Sometimes that tricks me up too, cause I am a very all or nothing person as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd be looking even at like numbers and stuff. I'd be like, all right, my goal is to get like save, this amount. Like let's say like instead like this would be a great segue to the stocks. But I have a certain number that I put away every week. It comes out automatically. That's actually something too that helps a lot. Something that's like automated,
Mm-hmm.
so therefore I don't have to think about it, and it
Yep.
just does it. And also, if it comes out of my paycheck everything, like I won't even notice it's missing, and it's actually going towards something.
Yep.
So that's like,
That's nice.
yeah,
That
yeah.
helps.
It's kind of like the whole. I got the whole little iRobot style, like the Zumba thing.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm like, yo, I don't have to sweep anymore. Like I can really do something else while this thing is out in the house, like sweeping. I'm like,
Yep.
so like that mindset of this something that's automated, and it doesn't. I don't have to tell it to do it too.
It just does
It's
it.
on a Monday. It's on a 3-day schedule,
Yep.
like a Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, and it does
just
it
gets
automatically. So the only thing I think about is in the morning. I'm like, oh, what day is it? I'm like, oh, it's Tuesday. Let me clean up the dog toys so it doesn't chew it up, and
Yeah.
I can actually clean up everything without it getting stuck and
Yeah.
stuff. That's the only thing I have to do. But I'm like,
You don't have to clean anything else.
yeah, and it does it in like the whole house. I think it's the upstairs is missing like a few rooms. It's like 320 square foot
Yeah.
that it cleans all the nooks underneath the table and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it
That's
took it like
nice.
40 minutes or something. And honestly, it would take me a lot quicker, but like
don't
that
have
40
to do
minutes,
it.
like I can put that 40 minutes towards something else, and I'm
Yep.
pumped.
Yep.
I can hit the gym now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, you can be
it's
down
just
here. And
amazing.
that shit's getting stuff done for you.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, man. So that's the whole automation thing. Like, I like the automation part. So
And
stuff comes out of my paycheck every week, and it goes to my brokerage account, my stocks,
yep.
and it's amazing. I don't have to think about it. It's that's another rule too. Like it's called like pay yourself first.
Yep.
So even like I think I learned this from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, when he talks about paying yourself first. Also, is in The Richest Man in Babylon. I believe it's a similar style.
Yep.
So there's something in there as well.
It's also in the Profit First. I don't know if you've ever read those books, but the Profit First book, they always talk about like
Profit
sure-
first by who?
Mike McCallowicz.
What's that? Oh, is that the one of the podcast guys? No.
No,
Okay.
he was on a podcast that you
Gotcha.
probably listened to, but he's got a book and it's for landscapers and for
Ah.
regular businesses as well.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah.
You're talking
So
about
like,
investing.
yeah. It's like it. So it's about paying yourself first. Basically like, even if like you have like a cell phone bill, as long as it's nothing that's gonna mess up your credit crazy, like
Yep.
you're not financing it. It's just like a regular like phone bill or internet bill, something like that. They can wait to get the money, and they're not gonna like go crazy over it.
Yeah, as long as you get paid within like 14 days.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So like, if you pay yourself first, like make sure if you have a certain savings amount or a percentage. I used to do a percentage with the stock market. I used to do 10% of my income,
Yep.
no matter what it was. If it was a slow week, then I get less money in my stock market, like
Yep.
brokerage account. I used to do a 10%. But now it's like a dedicated number. It's actually lower than it used to be, but I'm gonna get it's part of my goals, so that's pretty cool. But basically paying yourself first, like the people, the companies, they're not gonna care if they like a little bit late. So even if you did like this week's stacked with like bills and like man, like, but if you pay yourself first and then all the money left over, you pay your bills and stuff afterwards,
Yep.
and then keep obviously a little money for your fun and all that.
Yep.
Then you're good to go, because like, if that again, like that bill, if it was crazy, it's like $100 bill. I'm like, damn, I can use that $100 toward, something this weekend, or
Groceries,
just
something.
just
like
put it
anything.
off until next week. Then they're not gonna be like,
They're
hey
not gonna-
man,
yeah,
like
they're not gonna shut you off.
right.
away.
Know what I'm saying? So pay yourself first. That's one of the rules for for saving.
Thank you guys for watching today's Passion, Tomorrow's Purpose.
Ooh, podcast.
Jonathan and
JP.
And this is our New Year's resolution goals for the next year and 10 to 15 years goals of what we're going to be accountability partners on.
Absolutely.
So we look forward to the future and showing you guys what our goals do and completing them. And hopefully you guys can follow along and complete your goals with us. And thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.
Later.
Thank you. Hell yeah. Oh, I gotta stand up. My freaking legs.
Nice.
A little late on that one, but that's alright.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Sweat. Aye. Anyways. Damn. What was I going to say? I was going. Oh yeah. It has nothing to do with nothing. I was going to talk about the whole drawing. Like I used to draw like the Pokemon. Like I used to create.
Oh
my
my god! Yeah.
I used to create its own stats. Its own like. Like oh yeah, this one got like laser eyes, like
laser beams.
does 50 HP, like.
Just draw your own Pokemon card out real quick. Oh my god, that's awesome.
You ever have the Game Boy, but it had the worm light?
Yeah, oh, the light.
Oh my,
yeah,
that was phenomenal.
Dude, back in the day when you needed a light to come off your Game Boy just to play it because you couldn't see in the dark.
Yeah, bro.
Classic. Remember the printers and shit like that?
For Game Boy?
Yeah, you never seen like the camera with like the little printer and it'd print out paper and shit?
No.
Oh, dude, that shit was so cool. I don't know if maybe my brother or one of my neighbors had one, but it's like a video camera, and then like it connects to a printer off the Game Boy, so you could take like a selfie, but it just prints it out in like black and white and like very terribly like.
So it's like a Polaroid.
Pretty much, but like not a Polaroid. Dude, remember trading Pokemon? You'd have to hook up wires.
Yes.
You'd have to be with people.
That was kind of cool though.
That was awesome. Like, oh, I'll trade you this one for that one. Okay, and then all of a sudden it's all deep deep.
Yeah. At the Poke Center, I think, at the little computer, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You can battle that way too, right?
Yeah, you'd have to be connected with the wire though. Yep.
That was
Pokemon, man.
Oh my god, that was the 90s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, that they integrated pretty much online, not really online, but like
connecting with other people playing.
With a singular device
to another
device.
Yeah. Because you got to think, PlayStation 2, PlayStation, Xbox original never had any of that.
They didn't. PlayStation had like you needed a broadband connection, which is like I think it's similar to like the satellite cable connection.
So it sucked anyways.
Right, like broadband, and like if you didn't have broadband, you can't get to the internet.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like exclusive like internet provider. Like I had the DSL when I got that. I was like, I'm gonna play online. I'm like,
nope.
It's not where I even bought the adapter, like just like a little thing you click in, almost like a Ethernet cable when you click it in.
Yep.
But it was like
had antennas
like a
on
box,
it and shit. Yeah.
And you click it in, and then you put the Ethernet in it.
Oh, that's weird.
But it was PS2.
Wow.
Or PS3. It's probably PS3.
Wow.
But didn't work because I needed broadband. I had DSL, so I'm like,
Jesus.
You really need the certain kind of internet.
Yep.
That's baloney.
Holy shit.
Good times though. Good times.
Good times for sure.
Okay. Here we go. Don't do that.
Sorry. ADHD, sorry.
Get your hands off the damn mic. Get your fucking move it. I want to try to get 25K. I think motherfucker. I think it's gonna be feasible. You know.